All right, guys, today we're talking ported island barrels with the CNC Gunworks Akira. Very high standard in the ported island barrel market. Will this one live up to it? Ooh, that's it. Only had 3. Ooh. Backwards. Ooh. All right, that is the ported island barrel Akira. And shooting this gun, a ported island barrel is just such a pleasant setup to shoot. So well balanced, the slide is light, it's fast, it's soft. And really, this thing is in a class with some really big dogs. Like you got the Hayes Custom Cobra ported island barrel, all the Infinities are ported island barrels. Essentially, they call it a sight tracker, but this is got some big shoes to fill. So I love how it feels shooting it out here. Let's put a couple more mags through it and then we'll go put it on a timer and see how it does on paper. But initially, this thing is absolutely pleasant and it's just drop dead gorgeous. There's no doubt about that. And they're only making 25 of these things. I think they might even already be gone at this point. Super freaking badass pistol. And not just Guns is doing cool stuff, CNC Gunworks is doing some amazing stuff as well. So great pair in this gun. Ooh, that thing's fast, man. Damn, that thing's quick. That feels so good, dude. Oh, he's weak. Oh, this thing feels good, man. It's like a very smooth, that's what I love about ported island barrels. They just have such a great balance and feel when that slide reciprocates. It's so nice. This grip is badass too. Let's see how it does righty and lefty. Lefty glove. Ooh, hi. No problems there. Oh! God. Oh, man. Okay, I love this thing. This feels so good. Looks so good. This grip is amazing, and it's cool. I like what they did, just totally different direction than the original 4.6 Akira. That thing is like that really high polished DLC slide, and then it had that black anodized grip, but you got it in the right light, and it almost had a plum hue to it, which I really did dig. But this one, and now they have a this similar colorway on that original 4.6, but this with the island barrel, I think it looks so fantastic. These chevrons in the ported island barrel section look amazing. Love these window cuts, these directional cuts in the slide. Just looks so fast, looks oriented downrange, and they did a very good job on the design, and it shoots like it looks. I'm out at 100 and somebody stuffed a bunch of windows in the Mazda. What's going on here?
Disrespectful, man.
Disrespecting the Mazda. So Mazda means 100. We're going for these plates down here. See how many we can get. Oh, that was me. 16. All those misses were me just jerking the trigger, dude. Stop doing that. I could get 20 with this thing. 19. $15.
Yeah.
Well, 16 and 15. That's all right. So 31 hits. Man, those were, I mean, like I say every time out here, the misses were all me. So this gun, super accurate, feels fantastic, and it just seems to just sit there. It's a very linear reciprocation of the slide. I mean, I don't know what it looks like on camera, but it feels like it's just sitting here and I can feel the entire slide track back and forth on a totally flat plane. It's very cool feeling. These ported island barrels just are so fantastic. So Atlas trigger in it, Atlas everything basically, and it is just a really, really cool gun. I think CNC Gunworks just keeps getting better and better. And this, nothing illustrates that more than, I mean, that first 4.6 Akira, badass gun. But to step up to a ported island barrel as your second pistol, that's pretty sweet. All right, guys, at the 7, which of course means bill drills. And I had a comment in a recent video about what is the purpose of bill drills? Well, A, they're fun, but it's really a speed and accuracy control drill, which you're trying to see how you can put 6 shots center mass fast. So it's trigger discipline, it's the draw, it's a lot of things. It's a good drill. I mean, I think it is an old drill that's done to death. I do it to death as well, but it's just a good metric to see where I'm at in my draw and how fast I can shoot accurately. I don't know if there's a better one, but this is the standard. 1A1. Yeah, that's a good start. Oh, those righties. Hey, they're not left, right? 179. Oh, big old trigger freeze there. So that was the 205, horrid. All right, 184. Oh, little trigger freeze there. And that adds up to a 197. One right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 161. I think I jumped that too.
You're right.
Yeah, yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna run one more mag through this, but so far I've been really impressed with how this thing is sitting on bills. Good groups. It's not the fastest gun I own, or I'm not shooting it the fastest. I'm trying to get this trigger finger going, but the balance on these ported island barrels is fantastic. And it's worth mentioning that they're only doing 25 of these. So this is a very exclusive gun. So let's see what this last mag can do. 173. I'll take that all day, dude. One right. You bugger. 176. All right, last one. Oh, I jumped it anyways. That was a 156. So, dude, it's so funny. I need to change that par time up because I'm predicting it. And just getting to the holster a fraction of a second earlier takes off. I mean, that was sloppy to start with, but getting it out of the holster fast really shows the difference in the result in time. So, of course, but I need to work on my draw. But as the gun goes, that thing shot really, really nice. Just tight groups, had a couple little misses, but it's an impressive pistol, I'll say that. All right, we are gonna do some draw to first. Probably should have started out with this. It's a good warm up, but we're doing it when we do it. And let's see what this ported island barrel Akira does. 108, 101, 84, 87, 1 on the dot. Oh, whoa, that was a horrible grip. Ooh, I hit the tire at an 8-1. 101. I hit the car, 9-3. 101. High. 102. So, I mean, it's just a good gun. That's all there is to it. But I need to change my draw from a snatch to a scoop, and that's gonna take some time. Okay, so something new once again. In a recent video, I was digging through my target box, and I have these Infinity Tactics targets. I did a 10 of 10 in a prior video, and I just dug up this speed trap video, which is one big circle in the center and then 4 little circles on the perimeter. So what you do, you draw 2 shots to the big circle, 1 shot to the little, 2 to the big, 1 to the other little, and so forth and so on. Total of 12 shots. And then like the 10 of 10, it has a time that ranks you from master to novice. And let's see. These are cool too, because these are just something you can print out at home off Infinity targets. I used to do this stuff a lot back in the day and have not been doing it at all for the last year or so. So let's see how this goes. Speed trap coming up, 5 yards. Oh, damn, 418. So let me see what, I have so much time. That was way too, okay. Let me try that one more time. Dang, man, that first one was so off. 422. I think, what's the time? So 8 seconds is a master. I'm going way too fast, but I almost got it. Let's consolidate some mags here and run it again. All right, that's clean at a 534.
Beyond master.
Beyond master, what's past master? So 534, all clean, and that's a fun one. But I try to go, my throttle control is really the problem. Let's throw one more up and see if we can beat a 5. Oh, I dropped a 1, and that was a 401.
Much faster.
So that's half of the master time, but I totally could make that shot too. All right, let's see. Oh! You should have heard what was going on in my head too. You got it, you got it. So that was a 404, so a little slower, but we gotta get this. All right, we're gonna run it one more time. Let's see if we can get it. 534 or 543 being the fastest. Ooh, that will count at a 401. So those are line breaks, but I mean, that one, it broke it, but I don't know. I'll be generous today, but.
Hey, paper shredded up.
Paper broke. What? Line break by definition. So let's do a 10 and 10, and then we'll move on to the next. All right, we're gonna run the 10 out of 10 drill. This is also one of those Infinity Tactics drills that you can just print off at home. This one, half an A zone from the 10. You're trying to get 10 shots into that half an A zone. And then it ranks it from 5 being a master to 20 seconds being a novice. And just like that speed trap, I'm gonna go ahead and say these times were designed for striker fired pistols. They did not have 2011s in mind when they came up with these times, particularly a ported island barrel Akira. So let's see what this thing will do. Couple high?
Too high, yeah.
Dang. 450.
Clean.
Yeah, those are clean. 451. So that's under the master time. One line break, but I'll take a 451. You play with it, you could probably speed that up. But like I said, I don't think these times were designed with 2011s in mind. These are typically gonna be your Glocks that you're running this with those times. But hey, still fun. It's a good drill. And let's move on to a black belt patch and then we'll wrap it up. All right, back at the 3 for the Modern Samurai Project Black Belt Standard. If you've been watching the channel, you've seen a lot of this recently. I've been doing this drill quite a bit. I love it. And I've actually passed it with this gun. But that being said, there is a penalty for using a non-retention holster, which this is. It's a .10. And the drill that I ran with this gun when I passed it was under the times, but I didn't factor in penalties. I'm not doing any of that. This is just real raw, like pass or no pass. When I'm in class, I'll participate with that, but I often pass this with enough time that the penalty I still pass. First shot, 3 and 2, 3 to the body, 2 to the head, 2 seconds. 190, so that would be a 2, exactly. That would be a pass. So this one I hate. This is 1 shot to the body in 1 second. This is all about the draw. 7.6, got it. And that's good with the penalty. So we're going to the bill drill. 192, so that would not pass with the holster penalty. But on days like today, I don't care. Oh, that's gonna be high, I think. I might have pulled it down. That's a 129, I have a 1.5 seconds. Yeah, it's high. All right, round 2. Gonna get this one, and I'm gonna burn it down, and we'll see. 3 and 2, 3 to the body, 2 to the head, 2 seconds. Let's get this bastard. All right, 162. That's fast. Ooh, 8.4, bill drill. 185, to the 25. Okay, this one's getting it. So far, everything has been well within the time for the holster penalty. Ooh, that felt good. That was a 122, so still within the holster penalty. And that's a pass, baby. I mean, we'll count them up, but let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that is a pass. And what I did, and it's not so much applicable to this drill specifically, but I had an 8-pound recoil spring in here and I felt like I was shooting high. So I put a 9 in, and what that does, a light spring that's cycling back and then it's shutting the slide and it's not quite returning to 0. A 9-pound, you put it in and it brings that nose down. And I definitely noticed it on the bill drill on this drill. So that's a pass for the ported Island Barrel Akira. Well within the holster penalty time. Pass no matter how you look at it. Way to go, Akira. All right, that is the very first rounds through the 5-inch ported Island Barrel Akira from CNC Gunworks. This is exclusively available at Not Just Guns. I think both CNC Gunworks and Not Just Guns are doing some really cool stuff, and pairing up to do a build like this is something that I really like. The exclusivity of this gun, the fact that they're done in small numbers, I think is super cool. And by the time this video airs, they may very well all be gone. So if you're one of the 25 people that was lucky enough to get your hands on this, I say kudos to you, my friend, because you have an excellent pistol. So let's go through this gun. It is 5-inch ported Island Barrel. Obviously, it's done in this matte DLC with the gold accents, the rose gold, and I think they did such a great job on the aesthetics. But then the grip texture is really nice. The trigger is excellent. The balance and the way this thing shoots is phenomenal. And then there's a couple little, I don't want to call them downsides, but things that my personal preference I would change. So first, the thumb safeties. I think the thumb safety is a little loose. I'm somebody that likes a very intentional thumb safety. I want to know I'm turning it on or I'm taking it off. And I want it to be a deliberate action. With the thumb safeties the way they are, I can sweep them on unintentionally, which I don't love, but the same issue was on the 4.6 Akira when I first got that gun. And then talking to Charlie over at CNC Gunworks, he stiffened them up and then had some complaints from other guys that they said they were too stiff. So it's a personal preference thing, and my personal preference is just a very intentional thumb safety. And then the other thing, which isn't anything to do with CNC Gunworks, they're using an Atlas Gunworks RDS optic plate, and I think it just sits a little high, and that would be something that I would like to see Atlas do, is really develop a lower sitting optic. I think that would be something for the future, maybe a V4, that would be a very cool thing to see. So 2 minor issues. I don't really notice it when I'm shooting, but the thumb safeties I do notice in administrative stuff with the pistol, like reloads or the draw. And I just have to be deliberate about my draw and deliberate about my reloads, and then it's not an issue, but I would rather just stiffen that up a tad. Now, shooting this gun, today wasn't the very first time I shot the gun. I was out here last week with my wife, and I plinked around a little bit to get a feel for the pistol, and then I did run a black belt standard with it. And today I shot with a lot more intention. I like to do that, save the intentional shooting for the days that we film, and I just gotta say, this pistol shoots so freaking nice. It's fast, it's flat, it's super well balanced, and just absolutely so much fun to shoot. I really enjoy it, but I mentioned that I shot it with my wife because I know I played around with spring weights on that day, and then today I changed some springs, and now I'm just confused. I don't remember what spring the gun shipped with, but I ran an 8-pound for the majority of the day today, and I noticed I had a few instances where I was shooting a little higher than normal, and then I changed to a 9-pound, and that brought the nose back down. So what happens is if you have too light of a spring, when that slide comes back, gun goes up, and then it's closing, and if you don't have the right weight spring, like an 8, it's closing up here. So it's not getting that return to 0. And then I threw a 9-pound in it for the last run of the black belt standard, and I noticed a big difference on the bill drill. The return to 0 was right where it should be. So for me, my shooting style, 9-pound was perfect. And other than that, I think it's just an absolute blast to shoot. They nailed the aesthetic, they nailed the build, super high build quality, and it's just, like I said, one of 25. If you're one of the 25 guys that got your hand on this, you're gonna have a very nice gun. Once again, it is available only from Not Just Guns. I love what they're doing with their exclusive builds, so pay attention to both CNC Gunworks and Not Just Guns, because there's definitely cool stuff coming out from both of them. Please comment, like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. I'm Jeff for the Weapon Collective, and I'll catch you next time.
kitchen.
Busted.